Last time on the Great Ace Attorney.
Why didn't you give me some of that chin length and put it on my legs? I might have been able to see something then, but you stole all the length on your chin. Listen.
Look, I told you that the reason my head is like this is because it got slammed in a door too many times.
Are you slandering our mum? She was just teaching you the right from wrong, Nash. She just gave you a little tap on the head with a door.
Every time I try to put on a t-shirt, I can't get it on until I've stretched the neck all out between here and Birmingham. When I put my head on the pillow, my chin just pokes really hard into my chest. And if I sleep on my front, my legs stick up in the air. You know, I had a girlfriend one time, but then I gave her a black eye when I turned over in bed. I can't even kiss a girl, Nash. Ringo?
Nash Ringo. Nash Ringo.
What the? Iris, look! Behind where the broken file was. Do you see it?
Oh, that's the Skulking Brothers bullet!
No, it's not. I've never seen that bullet in my life. I was holding it for a friend or my mum or my grandmother's or Ringo's grandmother.
Don't you drag my granny into this. She's already come out the grave and got scared back in again. Don't you drag her back out.
What a stroke of luck that it hit his pouch. What this means is there were 3 bullets fired at Windibanks that night.
Gregson, did you open the pouch?
No, I'm afraid I didn't. I'm a bit... Oh, look at that! My mother's got like... No, of course not. I'm allergic to that science stuff.
I had salt and vinegar all over my hands. I didn't want to ruin the leathery there. I'd be right disrespectful.
It's time to press that jaw again, I think.
That's actually... That's a more viable argument.
Yeah.
Honestly. Only 2 of the bullets from the crime scene originated from the firearms we have in evidence. The 3rd bullet was fired from another gun. Where is it?
Have you checked up your butt?
Have you checked your butthole?
Skid up, put up.
Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of Disillusion Plays The Great Ace Attorney Chronicles, where we play the game and do the voices. I'm Sarah.
I'm Pete.
And I'm Taylor.
Yeah, we're all here, as we should be. And just before we just jump in, why don't you, help us out by clicking that old red button there.
Did you know that about 50% of you people are subscribed and 50% ain't subscribed? What the heck are you doing?
Press the button.
What the heck are you doing?
Push the button.
Push the buttons, you donut!
No, maybe don't offend them. Don't call them a donut.
I mean, of all the things they could be called, I think a donut is probably the least of their worries.
I mean, donuts are super tasty.
Exactly. Who doesn't want to be a donut?
Depends on kind of what donut, though. Like what kind of donut.
Tag yourself with what donut you are down below.
I mean, you can't beat a custard-filled donut, I have to say.
I don't know. To be honest, this might be just boring, but I do quite like just the standard original glazed Krispy Kreme donut. It's pretty banging.
You know, those are pretty good. Yeah.
just the original one. Doesn't need all the fancy stuff. Just
strawberries and
the
cream.
Classic.
I really like the powdered jelly donuts myself.
Huh.
Mm. Yeah. I was gonna say.
I'm sorry, the powdered jam
I was gonna
donut.
say,
I was gonna say,
they're the
I
jam
literally
donuts,
like the gears in my head were just like turning away. I'm like, jelly on a donut.
No, I knew what
Jelly.
he meant.
I know, and I didn't because I was just like.
This is your helpful reminder that in the UK, jelly refers to gelatin, whereas jam is what we know as jelly in the US.
I like you say refers to gelatin.
Yeah.
But yeah, I suppose. Jello.
Jello.
Is Jello just a brand?
The Skulkins are lying! I know that!
Moving swiftly on from jelly and jam.
Jello.
But how can I ascertain the identity of the person they're hiding?
Oh, that was it, yeah.
Well, counsel. Yeah, we've got to say, it's Edgar Benedict.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm supposed to prove the existence of this accomplice and reveal the person's identity, even. In response to the prosecution's demands, my lord, the defense is
ready to present
Hopefully
answers?
ready to present the answers. God, we should have brushed up before we jumped back into this.
The defense is ready. Mostly. Kind of. Ignore the moving of my eyes. I believe I can provide all the answers the prosecution demands.
So, my Nipponese friend, despite the swimming eyes, you seem to think you have
you noticed that, did you?
something to say. This promises to be interesting. Oh, that. Ouch! Dang it, where were you
I
earlier?
have to push forward.
I needed that clip.
That was like one of the edits in Danganronpa. One of
Like,
the
yeah,
we needed it. We're like,
editing
when was the
Pete-
last time we did this?
Editing Pete wanted that for the previous episode for a little funny clip, and I couldn't find it. Dang it!
Dang it, Ryunosuke!
Literally within the first minute.
You'll just have to take it and re-upload the video.
Oh yeah.
I have to push forward now. There's no other option. I need to use every single piece of evidence available to me if it will make a difference.
In that case, counsel, I would ask you to present the evidence without delay.
Oh, bother. Can I have 5 minutes to think about it first?
On the night in question, in the moments leading up to the death of the victim, what proof have you that there was a third intruder present at the scene?
It's got to be the blood
Yes.
sample.
Yeah, it's gotta
I
be the
think so.
calendar,
Yeah.
I would think.
I think it has. Yeah, it's the blood samples portfolio and the music box disc, because that's what
Right,
ties them together.
right.
Yeah.
So I think the blood samples portfolio first say, look, this is a thing that we've been doing, and then they'll be like, oh well, that doesn't say anything specific. And we'd be like, but the music disc.
Yeah.
The music hasn't stopped though. Oh, okay.
The evidence is right here, in this portfolio.
By Jove, that portfolio again, is it?
Do you expect the court to rifle through your papers itself? Be more specific. You claim one of those blood samples proves the presence of this third intruder? Well, which one is it?
Ah.
Oh,
That was handy.
How convenient. Let me just double check. Oh, this suggests that the third intruder was...
Well, he's present in the
It's
shop.
kind of either of them.
Maybe.
Yeah, so this one first, because
Yeah.
this one like puts it, as you say,
In the
in the shop.
Yeah.
And then they go, oh, but it doesn't say who it is. And we can say, oh, well, there's this as well.
There's this as well.
I mean,
It's.
I think it is
It
the
specifically
calendar.
says
no, it is. It
intruder
is.
present.
No, it absolutely is. The only thing that's making me wonder is, do we have something that directly does tie the disc to Benedict? Because
Or the blood colour.
I know that, but does it say on the item, oh, Eggert Benedict cut their finger on this? Or is it going to be a... Well, I guess we'll see. We'll see. I
didn't
might be
they-
overthinking it.
Didn't they acknowledge? I think Van Zeek's like acknowledged because he was like making out Gina was like really bad in like one of the episodes further back, and like he said, oh, she's proved she can do anything. So whether I kind of maybe sounds like he knows about the scuffle, but Gina could attest to it as well if asked.
Yeah, I guess.
I guess.
What am I looking at here? There appears to be some green paint or such like around the bullet hole in the middle of the calendar.
That's a bloodstain, my lord.
Good gracious! A bloodstain?
Is he an alien?
Oh, God. Green blood. Curious. Even for you. Is the court to understand that the intruder was some unhuman creature?
It's something developed by Mr. Herlock Sholmes.
Excuse me, I think you'll find it's me.
I was gonna say, I thought that was Iris who made it.
Yeah.
The great detective?
New invention, stop. Not yet appeared in stories, stop.
Oh,
Ahem.
uh-oh.
It's this, you see. It doesn't have a name yet, though. This fogger sprays a chemical that reacts with the different elements in people's blood to change its colour.
Different elements? Of people's blood? Is it not all the same?
Yes, everyone's blood is significant. slightly different, you see, because it's made up of different elements.
I thought it was made of, well, red.
You've got red on you.
everybody's blood is red. So, it's obviously the same.
Oh, Mr. Judge, I'm going to have to educate you, aren't I?
Oh, judgy wudgy.
No.
No, judgy wudgy.
No. Archie. Oh, Archie.
Archie. Fancy going swimming.
Get your trunks.
So, by seeing what colour it changes to, you can tell in a flash whose blood it is.
Oh, that brings the whole extra dimension to looking at blood.
Talk of blood in courtroom. Stop. Very exciting. Stop.
God.
I'm going to break my Morse code machine.
Stop! As an example, this one shows the blood of the victim, Mr. Windibank.
Ah, a striking blue.
Yes, so you see, the green colour of this bloodstain on the calendar
Is hair mystery hair?
shows that somebody else was shot in the main part of the shop.
Now, hold fire there, young man. Could be from some unrelated incident, couldn't it?
No, it's not unrelated.
Carry on then.
As you were.
The date showing on the calendar is the date on which Mr. Windibank was killed.
By golly.
Therefore, we can assume that whoever was shot on the same day.
Then whose blood is it?
Well, the Skulkin brothers in the stand don't appear to be suffering from any gunshot injuries.
That's right. That's way.
Which means it must be...
My injuries are all on the inside.
I mean, I suppose if they did it, one of us. I mean, Nash's chin's got a lot of surface area.
No, it's very sad to know that we haven't been relieved from this miserable existence, our miserable mortal coil. We are, but going to continue.
Hey,
this.
speak for yourself. I don't want to join me granny just yet. Jesus.
In Monster Hunter, there's this one monster called an Uragon. And the Uragon's defining feature is the fact that it has this giant protruding chin made of like solid rock that is extremely hard and it smashes people with. And having started playing it again recently, I think Nash is actually a descendant of the Uragon.
He's an evolution.
In a similar sort of thing, I've been watching people play through the original Gen 1 Pokemon games, and I can't help but feel that Nash looks like the original Team Rocket characters. I don't know if you've seen them, like they're there with the whip and the hat, and they've got like a sort of a big chin thing going on. It's quite weird. Complete tangent. Anyway.
Which means it must be the blood of somebody else. The third intruder, in fact.
Objection! Whose identity the court is still... Oh, right. Whose identity the court is still waiting to hear. You can't delay this any longer, my learned friend. Who is this alleged third intruder?
Eggert Benedict.
Ego Bungo.
Ego Bungo. The man's name, just bear with me here, because I know it's going to be hard to believe, is Eggert Benedict.
Ain't that a snack, Nash?
Ex-Benedict? What on earth are you talking about, Counsel? I've had my breakfast, and it was plain porridge. I can't afford anything quite as fancy as an Ex-Benedict.
Ain't that fancy stuff with that Holland sauce stuff that they have?
No, it's daisy sauce, you Burke. It's daisy sauce.
Oh, that's it. Hollandaise sauce. That's it. That's the one.
Yeah.
That's the one.
What are you two on about?
Hey, you're not as sophisticated
Stop
as them
interrupting the
upper-class.
judge. It's got a court case to get on with.
Fish and chips anyway. You wouldn't know what an Eggs Benedict was if it bit you in the Benedict.
Nash, that was terrible.
Thank you.
Eggert Benedict? Who on earth are you talking about, Counsel?
he paid a visit to Windibanks Pawnbrokery on the afternoon before the incident took place.
When the accused attempted to deceive the pawnbroker into releasing this article into her possession.
So he is aware.
That's right. The man identified by the defense, Mr. Eggert Benedict, then attempted to take the article from the defendant by force.
Flashback. Pete's gonna remember the voice.
What the heck was it? Broker!
Broker!
Brother! It's liquid snake.
It's not freaking liquid snake.
Yeah. Brother! Broker!
Yes, sir. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I believe this.
The temperature's gone up by quite a few. Oh my goodness.
This is just Van Zeeks. I believe this filthy pocket thief has just redeemed this.
Now it's in between Van Zeeks
I
and
believe this
Hairlock.
filthy pocket thief has just redeemed an article from you. No?
If it's slimy.
Yes.
The article in question belongs to me. I demand for it to be returned at once.
Now that's a lie. What are you trying to pull?
Give me back my overcoat, you wastrel. And needless to say, any music box discs too. Yeah, that's totally.
I just like Ryunosuke had to strike the pose while he was doing it to just illustrate who was.
What was?
Inspector Gregson was there at the time and can attest to what happened. Oh, he started doing all these weird poses, and then I think this little purple thing started floating around. It was right strange, I must have said.
I couldn't help but notice as I was stood there, all of a sudden it felt like a weird coloured light was shining in the room. And it kept changing colours every other scene. It was very strange.
He started muttering about ham or something, or other. Anyway, I don't know what it
I
meant.
thought he was talking about salmon at first. Then like ham, and then all of a sudden
Then maybe like ham and egg, but no. And then he was talking about how it let him fly on leaves.
and then all of a sudden,
I don't know. It was all very
and all
strange.
of a sudden he was just like, what on earth was going on? I've no clue.
In the end, it was.
It's like I need to stop eating.
There's gonna be.
I need to stop eating so much salt on my chips. I'm hallucinating.
I do like the idea that there's going to be like a specific portion of our audience who've just got no freaking clue what any of that is. It's just like,
It's a JoJo reference.
Go watch.
If you haven't watched JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, please do. It's very good. In the end, it was the inspector himself who took the disc.
Can you corroborate this account, Inspector?
Yes, my lord. That's more or less what happened. And in the interest of being thorough, I asked Windibank for a print showing the fellow.
There he is.
Taken from one of his red-handed recorder gubbinses. Gubbinses. Taken from one of his red-handed recorder gubbinses. Yes, that's him talking to Mr. Windibank that morning.
And you claim this man is the brother's accomplice?
No, Gav.
No.
Well, Mr. and Mr. Skulkin? Hey, never seen the geezer before in my life.
Rob, is it me or is it hot in here? On my life, Guff, on my life. I've never seen him.
Well, somewhat unsurprisingly, it appears our witnesses disagree with the assertion.
I think we've got away with it, Nash.
I'm sure your lordship
five.
recalls my learned Nipponese.
I always look forward to the edits on these because they just make me wet myself.
Friend's
God.
actual assertion, which was that he could prove the identity of the alleged accomplice.
And this is where the disc comes in. Yes, and I can.
And I
Then show us the evidence!
Sorry, sir. What were you going to say?
I don't know. I forgot what.
Oh, okay.
I said it, but now I forgot immediately after what it was.
Well, I mean, I guess the voice is surprising.
It sounds
My
like
Bene Gesserit powers of the voice just frightening
Bene Gesserit
the living
powers.
daylights out of you.
I agree. We must see proof that the clean-cut gentleman in the photograph is the filthy criminal you say he is. She's got a thing for filthy criminals,
She
hasn't
doesn't
she?
like filth. We must eradicate all filth.
This is the last piece of evidence. I've had a feeling that something has been missing in this trial from the very start.
You are wrong.
But now, I'm going to drag it kicking and screaming into the courtroom.
Now you won't!
Are you ready to present your answer to the court then, counsel?
Yes, my lord. The defense will present the evidence now. Proof that the man pictured in this photographic print was, in fact, the person struck by the third
That'll be
bullet.
the disc.
Yeah.
Hiya!
Yeah.
Or is it the evidence that has the... Okay.
Could it be both?
As I mentioned before, on the afternoon of the day in question, the defendant attempted, deceitfully, admittedly, to reclaim this disc from Windibanks.
Which is when the aforementioned Eggert Benedict appeared on the scene, I believe. This man then attempted to purloin the article from the defendant's possession.
Isn't that a Pokemon?
No.
Yes,
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's spelt a little bit differently, but yes.
I know.
It has two R's. It's purloin.
I know.
Is a
I was
kitty.
doing a thing.
And then the evolved one is Lipard.
Lipard.
Oh,
that's-
that one.
Yeah, Lipard.
Yeah, it's that one. Okay.
That's correct, my lord. I myself was present at the time. It was following this that a minor incident occurred.
But of course, sir. Here is the disc for you.
Very well. This voice is changing all the time.
I have altered the voice. Pray.
Then I shall bid you farewell.
What?
No. Go ahead, Dean.
It's like, then I shall bid you farewell. Say goodbye to style.
Wait a minute. That disc is mine.
No, it isn't.
Yes, it is.
What do you think you're doing, you little tramp? You've drawn blood. You filthy animal.
Being a music box disc, it has countless small but sharp metal protrusions over its surface. These protrusions caused Mr. Benedict's finger to bleed. And the resulting smear of blood is still visible on the disc now.
Goodness. A bloodstain, is it? Crikey.
My assistant and I have just analyzed the bloodstain here in this very courtroom.
Coopers.
You might have seen the puff of smoke.
Oh, so that's what it was.
Jinkies. I've never seen anything quite so extraordinary. Zoinks.
Using my trusty fogger gun.
Is that the new name it's going to have? The
Well,
Fogger
it'll do
Gun.
for now.
Yes, and we added the results to this portfolio.
Da, 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 da.
Oh, it's
I say.
It's green. That's the Scottish guy.
It's exactly the same color as the blood around the calendar.
Yeah, it's the Scottish
was
guy.
old man
it's the
doctor.
surgeon.
I know, but it's just like, well, Taylor, you stole it.
Well, you didn't remember
You could have just said it's the surgeon. But it's okay. It's fine.
Now, boys.
It's totally fine.
Play nicely.
If this is how it's going to be,
The evidence is conclusive.
Oh, for goodness sake.
the man calling himself Mr. Eggert Benedict, who was in Windibanks earlier in the day, is the accomplice who was present at the scene of the crime that same night.
Have you quite finished?
It's not nice, is it? It's mine. You stole my
Well,
man.
but bearing in mind, he stole, what,
stole
2
my
of your
guy.
lines? You stole about 10.
Yeah. Yeah. Showing him how it feels. He now knows.
This is the day Disillusion Plays broke up.
It's called Revenge. I have now had my
God's
revenge.
sake.
revenge.
My revenge.
He was unreasonably angry.
Yes.
So there was someone else there. Look at those two brothers now. They're sweating bullets.
Oi!
Oi, who are you talking about? It's boiling in here. My lord, it is the opinion of the defense.
Sorry, that last line. Just
it's boiling in here.
What are you talking about? It's boiling in here. Just the fact that was obviously like one of those two. I just love it.
That Mr. Eggert Benedict should be summoned to the courtroom to testify.
It would certainly seem that we can ill afford to ignore this gentleman's apparent presence. Objection! This has gone on long enough now. This flagrant ignorance of the mechanics of law.
Oh, what's up? Touched a nerve, so now you're going to mess me up again.
Herlock Sholmes, you say? Yes, I've heard the name. The protagonist in a series of short stories for the vulgar classes. A god of detection or some such.
Wait, this is déjà vu. I've heard this line before. I'm sure I have.
And now you employ chemical substances devised by this fantastical persona in the highest court in the land? Do you expect us to take you seriously? The samples made by this plaything are not fit to be called evidence. So, the bloodstain turned a shade of green. What of it? Here's to you successfully proving that no other blood in the world would turn the same color.
Well,
so yeah, the problem
dang it.
again. The problem is that it's based on blood types as well, which I mean, again, obviously there are only so many of them.
Yeah.
Oh. And pray, do not even think of suggesting that we should take Mr. Sholmes's word for it.
How about a very angry 10-year-old?
Is he right?
I mean, the thing is, though,
Mr. Sholmes'
you know, even if we can't,
Oh dear.
Even
Go on,
if we-
Taylor.
even if we can't prove that, it's like clearly it means that there was a third person there.
Yeah.
So it still blows a hole in the prosecution's case.
I mean,
You know-
I mean, kinda, except the idea that it's like, oh well, it's just a silly chemical reaction, to blah 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 blah. It just turns a color, doesn't it? Oh well. I don't know. How do we prove that it's a sort of a? How do we convince them that it's
Yeah, I don't know.
scientifically accurate? I guess.
I said the thing.
I know. There was nothing to say. It's just ellipses.
I knew it would come to this. Of course, Mr. Sholmes' invention isn't going to be recognized by any official body. But what other choice did I have?
I'm just remembering what Father Christmas over there said before. How he was temporarily suspending the summation examination.
Ah!
In other words, the examination isn't over yet, is it?
Good grief! What did you just say, young girl? Are you pointing out, like, my tardiness? How dare you?
And in a summation examination, the decision has... Sorry. I don't know where I just... Off I went.
The little H just appeared out of nowhere.
Yeah. And in a summation examination, the decision has to... my God! Why can I not say that? Why am I having such difficulty with this?
It's just
frickin'
where
line?
did the H come from again? Right. Sniff. Hello.
I can't swear in this one.
What? What?
But the words eat and a certain other word.
What? All right. Keep your
Eat fish and
keep your
chips!
hair on. I'm sorry.
You're taking the wee-wee!
I'm not sorry. Sorry. It's like all the little dogs in the area just suddenly pricked up their ears. Like, what the hell
And
was that?
in a summation examination, the decision as to whether or not the trial continues is in the hands of the 6 jurors, isn't it?
Then little brat.
So, the way I see it, it doesn't matter what certain other people think of Hurley's invention. At least, not for now.
Yes, she's right.
Young lady, you have quite the devious mind.
Oh, I'm just getting started. It really just comes down to one thing. Whether these ladies and gentlemen of the jury are convinced by what you say, Runo. Is that about right, would you say? Or did I misunderstand something?
Unbelievable. Mr. Sholmes' partner is a force to be reckoned with.
Don't mess with an angry 10-year-old.
More so than Mr. Sholmes himself, I might say.
Iris Wilson, sharpshooter.
Yeah, I mean, that's one way of putting it.
After that shrewd précis of the situation from an entirely unexpected source...
Oh, thank you.
Is it precis or precis? I don't know. I'm not sure on that one.
I don't know.
It must be acknowledged that the previous summation examination has yet to reach its conclusion. This is absurd! Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, don't mind that angry old git over there. The court now looks to you for your final leanings in this matter. As proud citizens of Her Majesty's Britain, I am sure you will come to fair and just conclusions.
Yes, I am citizen of Britain.
So,
Here visiting.
so then, state your final decisions in turn.
Make
Please.
it a quick visit because it's in a bit of a shambles right now. I wouldn't stay here for
Well,
very
not
long.
at this time, it's not.
Well, I mean,
Not guilty!
not guilty.
Not guilty! Guilty!
Guilty.
Not guilty.
The face plant.
I love the head.
Jeez.
It's donk.
2 call guilty, and 4 call not guilty. Such is the outcome of the summation examination.
Ha! In your face.
Objection! My lord, with all due respect, this is an outrage! The prosecution refuses to accept this decision.
Aw, is Mr. Van Zieks all wound up because he lost again? Aw, he got owned by a 10-year-old. Aw.
On what grounds?
Because he's a Mardy Bum Bum.
These jurors are persuaded by some half-baked concoction devised by a pretender to real police work and his ill-advised little brat. Then they are too ignorant to be trusted with the judgment of anyone's guilt.
Mr. Van Zieks, if you don't start being nice, I'm going to take that bottle of wine and put it somewhere where the sun doesn't shine. Just watch me.
You're supposed to put them in cupboards anyway, so shut it.
Pray forgive the discourtesy of shoving this up your arse.
Little children should be
My
seen
goodness.
and not heard. Bleh.
I'll have you know I'm probably more intelligent than the average adult.
That may be true.
Than the average adult. That's not a very high bar. One of my favorite expressions is
The
always,
average-
think about how stupid the average person is, and then remember that half of them are even stupider than that. It's just statistics.
I'm sorry, Lord Van Zieks, but the outcome of the summation examination cannot be ignored.
I believe the expression is in your face.
This trial will continue.
Well said, Rudo.
My heart.
Is there a problem, my learned British friend?
Ooh, sick burns, Runo. Sick burns.
My British friend. I mean, I suppose to try and be derogatory, would it be something like my limey friend or something? Maybe I can't. I don't know. What's like a sort of a similarly like because I mean Nipponese is accurate, but also kind of derogatory, quite derogatory. So I'm just like, what would I don't know. All right, sir. Oh no, she's dying.
Oh, I'm dying.
Oh dear.
Got him.
Dale, you're killing me, literally.
Pretty. Just...
Nevertheless, we find ourselves in a rather awkward situation.
What, you mean Miss Iris being overcome by a fit of giggles?
Stop it!
The defense has very reasonably requested the subpoena of a new witness.
A subpoena? That just sounds dirty.
That's a subpoenas. It's not a subpoenas.
Oh, you made me snort laugh again. Oh, Jesus Christ. Hey, Mr. Judgy Wudgy, why is it impossible?
I fear that will be impossible.
What?
The name the gentleman gave for himself, Eggert Benedict, is quite clearly false.
Do you think?
I don't believe it.
No way.
I don't believe I didn't think of that first. Just when I'd managed to prove the man was there that night.
I don't know who this is going to be.
I think it's going to be one of them.
Could I say something? Who was that? Please. Who spoke?
Oh.
Oh.
It was me, my lord.
It's my husband.
Juror number 5?
Oh, what have you to say, madam?
That's a bit weird intonation.
What have you to say?
If possible, Inspector.
Yeah? Me, ma'am?
I wonder if you might show the photographic print to me again. The one in which the gentleman is shown.
Right, yes. This one you mean? Of, Mr. Benedict? Or Mr. Fakey Name, I suppose you might say.
And then she turns around and then she sort of does this like sort of animation on her face. It's like she rips something off and she turns around and she's like, it was me all along. You were expecting Eggert Benedict, but it was me, Dio.
Dio.
Yes. There's no doubt in my mind.
Juror number 5? You don't mean to say... You know this man?
Yes, I know him.
What? No. Good gracious!
Surprised you, didn't I? Got him.
Order! Juror number 5. How on earth?
Man, the odds for this jury selection are truly astronomical.
Selected at complete random.
I'm a communications officer. Stop.
As we can clearly see...
Also, we're not moving.
The gentleman in the photograph is... Stop.
Stop
Why is the
stopping.
shiny eyes?
Also a communications officer. Stop. He works in my office. Stop.
Oh, wow.
Does she fancy him or something?
A very talented operator, in fact. Stop. He should be in the communication station now. Stop. Tapping away on the telegraph. Stop.
And I'm broadcasting everything to him. Oh, darn.
Run, quick.
This doesn't seem right somehow. I can't put my finger on why, but it doesn't feel right.
I suppose we all imagined the accomplice would be some sort of hardened criminal.
Yeah, like us.
Oh, is he the spy? Is he the one that's been leaking, like, communications?
Oh.
Because wasn't there something in a newspaper?
And the
might have
music
done.
disc is a code disc.
Maybe.
Oh, yeah, Morse code. Oh, the plot
You
thickens.
think? Maybe.
Dun, dun.
Right, because he tried to play it and it didn't work in any music box
Yes.
disc.
Yeah.
But if the bumps and spaces in between are like dots and dashes,
Huh.
Food for thought.
It's a bit unexpected to find out that he has a respectable job by day, whatever he gets up to at night.
yes, I suppose that's it. I suppose that's why I felt something was wrong.
If the gentleman is at London's communication station, we should be able to subpoena him within the hour.
Where's that word again, Nash?
There's that word again.
Subpoenas. Lord Fensix, if you please.
Yes, my lord.
Make the necessary arrangements. With all haste.
As your lordship bids.
That's him grumping.
The court will recess for 1 hour. When the new witness arrives, we shall reconvene to hear the gentleman's testimony. Inspector Gregson,
Yes, my lord.
I should like to hear from you specifically about the events at the pawnbrokery on the day in question. Come to my chambers during the recess.
Do I have to? Yes, sir, my lord.
Very well. Court is adjourned until 1:40 p.m.
Dun, dun, dun.
Gavel, gavel, gavel.
The plot thickens.
To be continued.
Oh no. Let's see where this goes. Yes, we would like to save.
Yeah, I think. Yeah.
Yes.
Damn straight. Jesus.
Excuse me.
The 17th of April, 12:41 p.m. The Old Bailey. Defendants ante
Were you gonna say
chamber.
detention
Attendance
centre?
and for chamber.
Detention centre. Oh, there she is.
Ah, Gina, how are you holding up? I'm starting to feel quite warmly towards her frequent cold shoulders now.
Ginny! Are you all right? Why aren't you saying anything?
Okay.
What's the point, eh? Why go to all this trouble and fight so hard for the likes of me?
What?
Well, you saw it. That picture.
What picture?
Ah, you mean this. The photograph taken by Hurley's red-handed recorder.
It probably doesn't help when you call it that, Iris.
Well, I didn't think it would have captured a scene like this, that's for sure.
It's hopeless. Anyone who sees that's gonna think I did it, ain't they?
Well, that's why you have lawyers.
Well, we've already been past that, actually.
Were you even listening?
Well, I won't pretend it wasn't a bit of a shock when the prosecution first presented it to the court.
Surely you've got to have had your doubts about me now. You can't think I'm still innocent.
You can't think I'm still innocent?
Can't still think I'm
innocent. Sorry.
Can't still think I'm innocent.
Sorry.
It's all right.
No, it's okay. It was...
The
Of course I can.
inability to talk has clearly passed on to me from Pete from Danganronpa.
Grumpy.
Ginny, why don't you talk to us? Tell us what really happened that night.
Well, because if I did that, that'd make it easy, wouldn't it? And I don't want you to have an easy time. I want you to have an hard time, like me.
Eh? Bruno's cleverly managed to piece together a lot of new information. But still,
Well, I didn't know about clever, but...
we'd really like to hear it from you.
Stop swooning. She's 10.
Nush.
What? No, it was a nice compliment. My goodness.
Stop getting all excited.
Remove your head from the top-hinged casement window, why don't you?
Seem to have got your head stuck in it there.
Yeah.
All right, then. It was after we've had that dinner together at your place, right, Iris?
It was a dark and stormy night.
Then we all had a chat up in your office, didn't we?
Yes, I remember.
After that, I just couldn't get to sleep. So I slipped out and went down the street to the 2-to-1, to Windibanks' place. I had to know.
If Iris's story was there or not. The Hound of the Baskervilles.
I don't know what I don't know what it's about or nothing. But if you ask me, there's something in it that Sholmes don't like. Something what he don't want people reading. So that's why he'd lied to Iris about sticking it in lug with Windibank for safekeeping. At least that's what I thought at the time.
So you broke into Windibanks?
I just had to know if it were there or not. I mean, I had no idea that it was all going to kick off, did I? I struck the lock and snuck inside. It was dark as you like in there. So I gave the oil lamp on the counter a bit of wick, and that's when...
That'll be Windibank.
What do you think you're doing?
I nearly died, I did. Next thing I knew...
Oh no, it's the muggers.
No.
No, Windibank.
Oh,
I'd grabbed the
maybe
gun
not.
off the counter and was waving it in the air like... I don't know what.
Ah, you're the girl who was in here this afternoon. I didn't think pickpockets went in for armed robbery.
The mantle script. Have you got it here? Did Sholmes leave a load of papers with you? A story?
I beg your pardon?
The Hound of the... something or other. If it's here, I want to see it.
I'm sorry, young lady, but I'd sooner die than relinquish an article belonging to one of my customers.
I don't want it. What would I do with it anyway? I want to see it's here, that's all.
Oh, you want to see it, do you?
I want to know if Sholmes really pawned it here or not. Please, just let me see it and I'll go.
Oh, very well then. But for pity's sake, stop waving my gun around, would you?
So then the old cove unlocked the storeroom door and we both went inside. And it was in there all right, the mantle script. Sholmes weren't lying after all.
I do love that she keeps calling it mantle script.
You did all that just to check for me, Ginny? Anyway, then there was a bit of a kick-up out in the main bit of the shop.
The Skulkin brothers arriving on the scene, yes.
What was that noise? Someone's breaking in.
Dear me, is there some burglars convention here tonight that I don't know about?
I think I forgot to shut the door behind me. Sorry.
I'd better go and take care of it. Could I possibly have my gun back?
Oh, well, I'll come with you and...
Now, don't be foolish, young girl. You must stay right here. Don't leave this room under any circumstances.
So does she feel personally responsible for his death then? And that's why
Maybe.
she's being so closed about it.
Maybe. And with that, he took the gun out my hands and walked back into the shop. I hung back in the storeroom, like he said, straining my ears in the dark to hear what was going on. It sounded like they got into a bit of a scrap. I started to think I should help, see? So I was just about to go out the storeroom myself when... 2 shots. I heard a couple of shots go off. 2, I think. Almost at the same time. And then there he was, right at my feet, laying face down on the floor. I was right next to the storeroom door, so I slammed it shut and locked it as quick as you like.
Because you thought whoever had shot Mr. Windibank might come for you.
Yeah. So I went to grab the old cove's gun. I figured I'd put up a fight at least. But when I got a better look at him, I knew. Windibank was a goner. I felt funny in my head all of a sudden. Kind of dizzy.
I called it. She
passed
passed
out,
out. She saw him and passed out.
Yeah. And after that, I don't remember nothing.
That must be when you passed out, Gina.
If I ain't have done what I'd done, old Cove might have still been alive.
Did you tell the police everything you just told us?
Of course I did, but they didn't believe a word of it, did they? All they said was, if I kept telling lies, it'd make things even worse for me. It'll be all right, Ginny. Don't worry. Just stay strong a little longer. Bruno's about to pull the real culprit through the mill.
And if he doesn't, I'll shoot him.
That cove what was in there in the afternoon. That Eggert Benedict. I still remember how he looked at me. Like I was nothing. He was there that night.
Hello there.
Hello there.
We don't know his real name yet, but I'm convinced that he's involved somehow. Anyway, thank you for telling us what happened, Gina. I appreciate your honesty.
You what?
I appreciate your honesty?
There's that word again. That H word. That one.
don't
Sorry,
like
that
that word.
That O word. On.
It's on the
on
tree.
isty.
It makes my tummy feel all funny. You can leave it all in Bruno's capable hands now, Ginny.
It's just, I just watch the. I don't know if I'd say that.
Mr. Naruto,
Yes?
how come you trust me? I don't get it.
Something, Kazuma's sword, something, always trust your client.
Because I'm on the side of justice.
Sparkling justice.
Oh dear.
I mean, have you forgotten what happened here before? Come on, it was only 2 months ago.
It was a bit longer than that.
Me and Begilded, we told you a whole pack of lies. And you got the bog trotter off with him, even though he was a killer.
No, I could never forget that.
Oh,
I did what I thought was best at the time. But the pain of that error of judgment doesn't get any easier to bear. Still, don't forget that I also made you a promise. I told you that I'd be on your side to the bitter end, no matter what.
but what if I'm lying? You could be working to get another kill off the hook for all you know.
You don't make this easy, do you?
I was once in your position, Gina. I was the accused in a trial.
Ryunosuke, shh, no, maybe don't talk about this in front of Iris.
Oh yeah.
Maybe don't mention this.
I'm like, what are you doing? What are you doing? Oh
Yeah.
yes, that one.
Daddy's dead, remember?
That's right. Dad's dead.
Dad's dead. You were?
Before I left Japan, I was accused of murder. What was his name?
Oh, damn! That just flew right out of my head. Oh, it was on the tip of my tongue. Oh, well.
Gilson.
Not really important.
Owen Wilson.
Juan Gilson. Yes, that sounds right.
Wow.
And as strange as it might sound, the circumstances of the crime were pretty damning. I was sure that no one would believe it wasn't me who'd done it.
know?
No, don't you look at me like that. Don't
give me those
don't,
eyes.
Don't. I don't need this right now.
But there was
There's something you don't know.
there was one person. When did Brooklyn get here? But there was one person who stood up for me, who believed in me and was prepared to defend me. And that person was me.
Me,
That
myself, and
person
I.
was me.
My best friend.
Ryunosuke Naruodo.
It's my boy. Ryunosuke, no one believes in you more than I do. Leave this to me. All you need to do is put your faith in me, and I'll do the rest.
I was so happy. I cried. But even then, somewhere inside me, I couldn't help thinking. Surely he doesn't really believe in me. Not completely. But I was wrong.
I'm still bitter about everything. I'm still bitter.
As soon as my trial began, it was obvious that he had an absolute, unwavering belief in me. And in turn, I developed an absolute, unwavering belief in him,
This makes it even more sad.
which made it very painful when I was nearly framed for his murder.
Oh, yeah.
Since then, I came to realize, if you want someone to believe in you, you have to believe in the other person first.
What are you saying?
I don't. You're saying some stuff, and it's making me feel a bit weird inside. I don't really. In fact,
This
can
is
you
like
stop?
if you tell Pete something warm and fuzzy, it's like, wait, what?
Pete is the Grinch.
Pete, I value our friendship. Wait, what? Wait, what? That's not an insult. I don't even understand friendship. What the hell are you even saying?
Rejection!
For God's sake.
I promise you, Gina, that no matter what happens, I'll keep believing in you. So you don't need to worry. I won't let you down.
I'm not crying. Even though I'm a diver and a no good liar.
Look, plenty of people like to swim in water. It's totally fine.
RJ, fancy swimming.
We're ruining the sad bits again.
But we're having a moment.
You're not like Begilded. I know that.
Eh? That's right! You're our friend, Ginny!
I love how Iris's enthusiasm makes everyone jump. Like, oh, you're here still. Oh, Jesus.
Iris!
We know you better than you think.
You don't know me.
And we've come to the conclusion that you're someone we can trust.
Yes.
You think she's going to undermine them by, undermine them in the typical way? Like, no, you don't. You don't know nothing about me. No way. No, your ideas are all misplaced. Your trust is misplaced. You're obviously all stupider than you look.
Great.
That's really all we need to know.
Or is she going to?
Exactly.
Oh.
Mr. Naruto, I...
No one's ever spoken to me like that before.
I'm gonna cry. Why are my eyes leaking?
Oh, there we are.
Oh. Defendant Gina Lestrade and her legal
Talk about ruining the sad
representative.
moments.
Court proceedings are about to resume. Please head into the courtroom immediately.
We're having a moment, damn
Yes,
you.
of course.
I'll say it immediately.
Carly's drawn me eyes first.
I'd been both a defendant and a defending lawyer in my time.
It throws me off when the text is centered instead of on the
Yeah,
left.
yeah.
And I don't know
Yeah.
why they do it like that. It's like usually when they're flashing back, but it's just like, it's weird.
I guess this is.
So
I guess
knew-
this is because this is internal dialogue,
Yeah, it's
right?
conveying internal thoughts, I guess.
Rather than it being out loud. I guess.
So I knew only too
Although
well.
that's usually blue, isn't it? Or am I thinking? Am I mixing it up with Danganronpa?
No, it's supposed to be blue.
Oh, I don't know.
Just how hard it was to put all your faith in another. And I also knew just how hard it was to bear the burden of another putting all their faith in you. This is it at last. The final chapter. The final battle.
Final round, fight.
Wish me luck, Susato-san. And I hope you're watching over me too, partner.
She's not dead.
No, he means Kazuma.
Oh,
Kazuma!
I'm a
You
dum-dum.
Burke!
Yes, well, someone had to ruin the sad bit, right?
I mean, I know I'm...
It's because I thought, because Susato was his partner.
I know I'm taking a boat, and it's very risky, but I'm not dead yet.
Well, that's what I thought. I thought because she's his partner,
Suddenly forgot Susato's voice.
Burke isn't like a really rude thing, is it? I've been using it, but I don't know if it's like really. I don't think it is.
Burke? No, I don't think so.
No.
Calling someone a Burke's not real. I don't think. Well, unless it is, but I don't think so.
No, Burke's just...
I'm pretty sure it's an okay thing.
It's not like you call him something else that rhymes with aunt. Not aunt. No. Count.
With runt.
Sounds like count.
Or bat.
Yes.
Okay.
17th April, 1:41 p.m. Old Bailey courtroom. I like that he's standing farther. I feel like he's standing farther away now.
I mean, well, he's got to make room for the next one, hasn't he? It's going to be like a quartet going on.
Yeah.
I hereby call this court to order as we resume the trial of Miss Gina Lestrade.
Except it's not going to resume because we're out of time.
After all that.
You know, we had great timing when we recorded Danganronpa, and now we've got really poor timing on this. Yes, we'll tease you with the end of the trial, but we're not going to play it. Oh, dear.
Court will now have a 1-week recess until the next episode. So if you do like it and would like to come back with us when we resume court proceedings, please remember to hit the button so that you are aware of when we post new content on Wednesdays and Saturdays. Thank you.
Indeed. Like, comment, subscribe, all that lovely stuff. Ring the bell, and we'll see you next time.
See ya.